hour, Flint families will be loading buses, making an overnight trip to Washington so they can share their stories with members of Congress tomorrow. 7 investigator Jim Kirchner is live in our nation's capital tonight with a look at who will be in the hot seat at that hearing. Jim?
You're going to meet a mom tomorrow at this congressional hearing who used to live in Flint, then she moved. She left town to get away from the lead poisoning. As you're going to see, she's considered by many to be the very first case that blew this wide open months before any governmental agency took action.
He gets bathed in bottled water. He's not allowed to drink it.
Leon Walters had her Flint water tested not by the government, but by Virginia Tech expert Dr. Mark Edwards, who will also testify in Washington tomorrow. Her lead was more than 2,000 times what is considered safe. Her 9-year-old son, Gavin, get this, was losing his hair, had rashes, and would not gain weight. Medical tests proved he had lead poisoning.
I don't want any other moms to go through the feelings that I went through.
In the hot seat in Washington will be this man, the new interim director of the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality. Since he took over, 2 agency staffers have been put on unpaid leave. Who investigated them? What is the evidence? Did they try any cover-up of their involvement?
It's entirely, from my point of view, within the jurisdiction of the committee to press really hard on how the DEQ performed, or I guess in this case, did not perform.
Republican Governor Rick Snyder has not been invited to testify in Washington. Republicans control this committee. They did not respond to our request today to discuss the hearings in Washington.
And that's why it's so critical for the governor, for this emergency manager, who were the key people responsible and decision makers, for them to come and give their testimony.
So the governor will not testify. The former Flint emergency manager, Darnell Early, will not testify. 5 are on the roster, and this all starts here in Washington. Tomorrow morning at 9, we will bring you full coverage. Live in Washington, Jim Kirchner, 7 Action News.
All right, Jim, we're so glad you're there. We'll be looking forward to your reports. We went